Question 1. Homeowners insurance. Scenario based. Mrs. Harper, residing in Anchorage, Alaska as a homeowner's policy, HO3, and recently experienced a loss when a heavy snowstorm caused a tree to fall, damaging her roof and personal property inside. Considering the HO3 policy provisions, which of the following is true regarding her coverage? A. The damage to the roof is covered, but the personal property inside is not. B. Both the roof and personal property are not covered due to the Act of God exclusion. C. Only the personal property is covered if Mrs. Harper has a specific endorsement for snowstorm damage. D. Both the roof and personal property are covered under the standard HO3 policy. Correct answer. D. Both the roof and personal property are covered under the standard HO3 policy. Explanation. Under an HO3 policy in Alaska, the damage to both the dwelling, coverage A, and personal property, coverage C, caused by the weight of ice, snow, or sleet is typically covered. This type of policy is an open perils policy for the dwelling, meaning it covers all perils except those explicitly excluded. Personal property is covered for named perils, which include the weight of ice, snow, or sleet. Therefore, Mrs. Harper's policy would cover the damage to her roof and personal property, provided she has not modified her policy with specific exclusions that would affect this coverage. Question 2. Personal umbrella policy in Alaska. A personal umbrella policy provides additional liability coverage above the limits of an insured's homeowners and auto policies. Which of the following statements best describes the self-insured retention in a personal umbrella policy? A. It is the amount the policyholder must pay out of pocket before the umbrella policy provides coverage. B. SIR is the deductible amount applied to all claims under the umbrella policy. C. It is the maximum amount the umbrella policy will pay out in the event of a claim. D. SIR refers to the total premiums paid by the policyholder over the life of the policy. Correct answer. That is the amount the policyholder must pay out of pocket before the umbrella policy provides coverage. Explanation. The self-insured retention, is the amount the insured must pay before the umbrella policy begins to cover a loss. This is similar to a deductible in other types of insurance policies. In the context of Alaska personal lines insurance, the SIR applies to losses that are covered by the umbrella policy but not by any underlying insurance. It is important for policyholders to understand their SIR as it represents their out-of-pocket expense in a claim situation where the umbrella coverage is triggered. Question 3. Insurance regulation regarding the regulation of personal lines insurance in Alaska. Which entity is primarily responsible for overseeing the licensing requirements for agents and brokers? A. National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC. B. Alaska Division of Insurance. C. Federal Insurance Office, FEO. D. National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP. Correct answer. B. Alaska Division of Insurance. Explanation. In Alaska, the primary entity responsible for the regulation of insurance, including the licensing of agents and brokers, is the Alaska Division of Insurance. This state-level department ensures that agents and brokers meet the necessary qualifications and adhere to the state's insurance laws and regulations. The NAIC provides model laws and guidelines, but it is the state insurance department that implements and enforces these regulations. The FIO and NFIP have specific roles at the federal level but do not oversee licensing in Alaska. Question 4. Personal auto policy PAP. In Alaska, under personal auto policy PAP, which of the following best describes the uninsured motorist coverage? Part C. A. It covers the policyholder's vehicle in case of a collision with an uninsured driver. B. It provides coverage for the medical expenses of the policyholder's passengers. C. It compensates for the policyholder's lost wages after an accident with an uninsured driver. D. It protects the policyholder from financial loss if involved in an accident with an uninsured or hit-and-run driver. Correct answer. D. It protects the policyholder from financial loss if involved in an accident with an uninsured or hit-and-run driver. Explanation. Uninsured motorist coverage, Part C in a PAP is designed to protect the policyholder from financial losses if they are involved in an accident with a driver who does not have insurance or in the case of a hit-and-run. This coverage typically includes both bodily injury and property damage, ensuring that the policyholder is not left to cover these costs out of pocket. Question 5. Dwelling policy DP. Which of the following is true regarding the coverage E? Additional living expense in a dwelling policy DP3. In Alaska, it only covers the cost of renting a similar property if the insured's dwelling is completely destroyed. B. It provides financial assistance for living expenses if the insured's home is uninhabitable due to a covered peril. C. It is an optional coverage that must be purchased separately from the DP3 policy. D. It covers the insured's mortgage payments if the dwelling is damaged by a non-covered peril. Correct answer. B. It provides financial assistance for living expenses if the insured's home is uninhabitable due to a covered peril. Explanation. Coverage E, or additional living expense in a D3 policy, helps cover the increased living costs when the insured's home is uninhabitable due to damage from a covered peril. This can include expenses for temporary housing, food, and other necessities. It does not cover mortgage payments and is not contingent on the dwelling being completely destroyed. Question 6. Inland marine insurance in the context of Alaska's personal lines insurance. What does the personal articles floater in an inland marine policy typically cover? A. Commercial goods in transit over inland waterways. B. High-value personal items, such as jewelry, fine art, and collectibles. C. Personal vehicles while being transported over land. D. Personal property during international travel. Correct answer. B. High-value personal items such as jewelry, fine art, and collectibles. Explanation. A personal articles floater is a type of inland marine insurance that provides coverage for high-value personal items that may not be fully covered under standard homeowners or renters insurance policies. This includes items like jewelry, fine art, cameras, musical instruments, and collectibles. It's designed to provide broader protection for these valuable items, often without a deductible. Question 7. Flood insurance regarding the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, in Alaska. Which statement accurately describes the increased cost of compliance coverage? A. It covers the cost of upgrading electrical systems to meet new floodplain management regulations. B. It provides additional funds to elevate, relocate, or demolish a flood-damaged property. C. It offers financial assistance to bring a flood-damaged property into compliance with state or local floodplain management laws or ordinances. D. It reimburses the insured for the cost of purchasing flood barriers and sandbags prior to a flood event. Correct answer. C. It offers financial assistance to bring a flood-damaged property into compliance with state or local floodplain management laws or ordinances. Explanation. The increased cost of compliance coverage is part of a standard NFIP flood insurance policy. It provides up to $30,000 to help pay for the costs of bringing a flood-damaged property into compliance with state or local floodplain management laws or ordinances. This may include measures such as elevation, relocation, or demolition of the property. Question 8. Earthquake insurance in Alaska. Which of the following best describes the deductible structure in an earthquake insurance policy? A. A flat dollar amount regardless of the total claim amount. B. A percentage of the total claim amount. C. A percentage of the insured value of the property. D. A variable amount based on the intensity of the earthquake. Correct answer. C. The percentage of the insured value of the property. Explanation. Earthquake insurance policies typically have a deductible that is a percentage of the insured value of the property, not a percentage of the claim amount or a flat dollar amount. This means that the deductible is based on the total coverage amount that the policyholder has purchased for their property. Question 9. Personal liability insurance. Which of the following scenarios would typically be covered under personal liability insurance in Alaska? A. Damage is awarded for intentional criminal acts committed by the insured. B. Bodily injury to a guest caused by the insured's negligence on their property. C. Liability arising from business activities conducted at the insured's home. D. Punitive damages related to a lawsuit for slander or libel. Correct answer B. Bodily injury to a guest caused by the insured's negligence on their property. Explanation: personal liability insurance provides coverage for bodily injury or property damage caused by the insured's negligence. This would include a situation where a guest is injured on the insured's property due to the homeowner's failure to maintain a safe environment. It does not cover intentional criminal acts, business-related liabilities, or punitive damages. Question 10. Insurance principles and concepts. In the context of Alaska's insurance regulations, which principle ensures that a policyholder cannot profit from an insurance claim? A. Principle of subrogation. B. Principle of indemnity. C. Principle of contribution. D. Principle of proximate cause. Correct answer B. Principle of indemnity. Explanation: the principle of indemnity ensures that a policyholder is compensated for the loss or damage suffered up to the actual value of the loss, but no more. This principle prevents the insured from profiting from an insurance claim, as it would go against the purpose of insurance, which is to restore the insured to the same financial position they were in before the loss occurred. Question 11. Personal lines insurance market. Which of the following best describes the role of an insurance broker in the Alaska personal lines insurance market? A. Acts as an intermediary between the insurer and the state insurance department. B. Represents the insured in the purchase of insurance policies from insurers. C. Underwrites insurance policies on behalf of the insurer. D. Sets the premium rates for various personal lines insurance products. Correct answer B. Represents the insured in the purchase of insurance policies from insurers. Explanation: an insurance broker in the Alaska personal lines insurance market represents the insured and assists them in purchasing insurance policies from insurers. Brokers do not underwrite policies or set premium rates. Instead, they may provide advice to help the insured understand their coverage options and facilitate the buying process. Question 12. Homeowners insurance. HO3 in an HO3 policy in Alaska, which of the following is true regarding other structures coverage? Coverage B. A. It is automatically set at 50% of the dwelling coverage limit. B. It only covers structures used for commercial purposes. C. It typically covers structures on the property separate from the dwelling. D. It excludes structures that are attached to the dwelling. Correct answer C. It typically covers structures on the property separate from the dwelling. Explanation: other structures coverage. Coverage B. In a HO3 policy typically covers structures on the property that are separate from the dwelling, such as detached garages, sheds, and fences. This coverage is not automatically set at any specific percentage of the dwelling coverage limit. It is determined by the policy terms and can vary. It does not cover structures used for commercial purposes unless specified, and it does not exclude structures attached to the dwelling, and those are covered under dwelling coverage, coverage A. Question 13. Personal umbrella policy in Alaska. Which of the following is not a feature of a personal umbrella policy? A. Provides coverage for claims that exceed the limits of underlying policies. B. Includes coverage for professional liability claims. C. May offer worldwide coverage. D. Can provide additional coverage for libel, slander, and invasion of privacy. Correct answer B. Includes coverage for professional liability claims. Explanation: a personal umbrella policy does not typically include coverage for professional liability claims, as these are usually covered under separate professional liability or malpractice policies. An umbrella policy is designed to provide excess liability coverage over and above the limits of underlying policies like homeowners and auto insurance. It may also offer worldwide coverage and additional coverage for personal injury liabilities such as libel, slander, and invasion of privacy. Question 14. Watercraft insurance in Alaska. Which coverage part in a watercraft insurance policy would respond if the insured's boat caused damage to another boat in a collision? A. Medical payments coverage. B. Physical damage coverage. C. Liability coverage. D. Uninsured boaters coverage. Correct answer. C. Liability coverage. Explanation. Liability coverage in a watercraft insurance policy provides protection if the insured is legally responsible for causing bodily injury or property damage to others. In this scenario, if the insured's boat caused damage to another boat, the liability coverage would respond to cover the damages subject to the policy's terms and conditions. Question 15. Ethics in insurance. What is the primary reason for enforcing ethical practices in the insurance industry in Alaska? A. To ensure the profitability of insurance companies. B. To comply with federal insurance regulations. C. To maintain public trust and confidence in the insurance market. D. To standardize insurance products across different states. Correct answer. C. To maintain public trust and confidence in the insurance market. Explanation. The enforcement of ethical practices in the insurance industry is crucial to maintaining public trust and confidence in the insurance market. Ethical behavior ensures that all parties are treated fairly and that the industry operates with integrity. This is not primarily about profitability, federal compliance, or product standardization, but about fostering a trustworthy environment for consumers and insurers alike. Question 16. Personal auto policy (PAP). In Alaska, when an insured with a personal auto policy (PAP) is involved in an accident where the other party is at fault but has inadequate insurance limits, which coverage part of the insured's PAP will respond? A. Collision coverage. Part D. B. Liability coverage. Part C. Underinsured motorist coverage. Part C. Deep medical payments coverage. Part B. Correct answer. C. Underinsured motorist coverage. Part C. Explanation. Underinsured motorist coverage Part C is designed to protect the insured when the at-fault party does not have sufficient insurance limits to cover the damages or injuries they have caused. This coverage will bridge the gap between the at-fault party's insurance limits and the actual cost of the damages up to the limits of the policy. Question 17. Homeowners insurance in the state of Alaska. Which of the following best describes the loss of use coverage? Coverage D. In a standard homeowners policy. A. It covers the cost of repairs to the home after covered loss. B. It provides reimbursement for additional living expenses if the home is uninhabitable due to a covered loss. C. It compensates for the loss of rental income if part of the home is rented out. D. It covers the medical expenses of guests injured on the property. Correct answer. B. It provides reimbursement for additional living expenses if the home is uninhabitable due to a covered loss. Explanation. Loss of use coverage. Coverage D. In a standard homeowners policy provides financial protection for additional living expenses incurred when the insured's home is uninhabitable due to a covered loss. This can include costs for temporary housing, meals, and other necessary expenses above what the insured would normally pay until the home is repaired or rebuilt. Question 18. Ethics in insurance in Alaska's insurance industry. Which of the following actions is considered a violation of ethical conduct? A. Providing accurate information in advertising. B. Treating all clients with fairness and respect. C. Misrepresenting policy benefits to make a sale. D. Following state regulations regarding licensing and continuing education. Correct answer. C. Misrepresenting policy benefits to make a sale. Explanation. Misrepresenting policy benefits to make a sale is a clear violation of ethical conduct in the insurance industry. Ethical conduct requires honesty and integrity, ensuring that all information provided to clients is accurate and complete. Misrepresentation can lead to clients making uninformed decisions and undermines trust in the insurance process. Question 19. Insurance regulation in Alaska. Which of the following best describes the role of the NAIC, National Association of Insurance Commissioners, in insurance regulation? A. Directly licenses and regulates insurance agents and brokers. B. Provides model laws and regulations that states may adopt or adapt. C. Acts as the primary legal advisor to state insurance departments. D. Enforces federal insurance laws within the state. Correct answer. B. Provides model laws and regulations that states may adopt or adapt. Explanation. The NAIC provides model laws and regulations to help states develop their own insurance legislation and regulatory framework. While states are not required to adopt these models exactly as provided, they often serve as a basis for state-specific regulations. The NAIC does not directly license or regulate insurance agents and brokers, nor does it enforce federal insurance laws. These responsibilities fall to state insurance departments and federal agencies, respectively. Question 20. Personal umbrella policy. Which of the following scenarios would typically trigger coverage under a personal umbrella policy in Alaska? A. A claim that is covered by the insured's primary health insurance policy. B. A liability claim that exceeds the limits of the insured's homeowner's policy. C. A lawsuit for slander that is not covered by the insured's homeowner's policy. D. A professional malpractice lawsuit against the insured. Correct answer. C. A lawsuit for slander that is not covered by the insured's homeowner's policy. Explanation. A personal umbrella policy provides additional liability coverage beyond the limits of the insured's underlying policies, such as homeowners or auto insurance. It also covers certain situations that may not be included in standard policies, such as a lawsuit for slander. However, it does not typically cover claims that are already covered by health insurance or professional malpractice, as these require specific types of insurance coverage. Question 21. Emerging issues in personal lines insurance considering the impact of climate change. Which of the following is a likely emerging issue for personal lines insurance in Alaska? A. Decreased frequency of natural disasters leading to lower insurance premiums. B. Increased risk of property damage due to extreme weather events. C. Reduced need for insurance due to improved building technologies. D. Lower liability claims as a result of fewer accidents in autonomous vehicles. Correct answer. B. Increased risk of property damage due to extreme weather events. Explanation. Climate change is expected to increase the frequency and severity of extreme weather events, which can lead to increased risk of property damage. This emerging issue is particularly relevant for personal lines insurance, as insurers may need to adjust coverage options, policy terms, and premiums to account for the heightened risk. While improved building technologies and autonomous vehicles may affect the insurance landscape, the immediate concern is the direct impact of climate change on property risks. Question 22. Personal liability insurance in Alaska. Under personal liability insurance, which of the following is true regarding the coverage for bodily injury to a third party on the insured's property? A. The policy excludes coverage for all injuries to third parties on the insured's property. B. The policy provides coverage only if the third party is a family member. C. The policy will provide coverage if the injury is due to the insured's negligence. D. The policy covers bodily injury to third parties only if it occurs during a scheduled event. Correct answer. C. The policy will provide coverage if the injury is due to the insured's negligence. Explanation: personal liability insurance is designed to offer protection against claims resulting from injuries and damage to people and property. Coverage typically includes legal defense costs and any damages for which the insured is found legally responsible up to the policy limits. In the case of bodily injury to a third party on the insured's property, the policy will provide coverage if the injury is a result of the insured's negligence, such as failing to maintain a safe environment or warn of potential hazards. This coverage is a fundamental aspect of liability insurance as it helps protect the insured from the financial consequences of unforeseen accidents that can occur on their property. Question 23. Flood insurance in Alaska under the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP. Which of the following statements is true regarding coverage for personal property? A. Personal property is covered only if the flood damage is a result of a named storm. B. Personal property coverage is provided on an actual cash value basis, which accounts for depreciation. C. Personal property coverage is unlimited for all types of personal belongings. D. Personal property is not covered under the NFIP in Alaska. Correct answer: B. Personal property coverage is provided on an actual cash value basis, which accounts for depreciation. Explanation: under the NFIP, personal property coverage is provided on an actual cash value (CV) basis. This means that the policy will pay for the cost to replace the damaged or lost property minus depreciation. Depreciation is the decrease in value due to age, wear and tear, or obsolescence. This coverage helps to ensure that policyholders can recover some of the financial loss from damaged personal property due to a flood, but it may not be enough to replace everything new. It's important for policyholders to understand this aspect of their coverage to have realistic expectations about claim payouts after a flood event. Question 24. Personal umbrella policy in Alaska. How does a personal umbrella policy respond if an insured is sued for an incident that exceeds the coverage limits of their homeowner's insurance? A. The umbrella policy only provides coverage if the incident is auto-related. B. The umbrella policy does not cover incidents that exceed homeowners' insurance limits. C. The umbrella policy provides coverage for defense costs but not for any awarded damages. D. The umbrella policy provides excess liability coverage over the homeowner's insurance. Correct answer: D. The umbrella policy provides excess liability coverage over the homeowner's insurance. Explanation: a personal umbrella policy is designed to offer additional liability coverage over and above the insured's primary policies, such as homeowners or auto insurance. If an insured is sued for an incident that exceeds the coverage limits of their homeowner's insurance, the umbrella policy steps in to provide excess liability coverage. This includes both the legal defense costs and any awarded damages up to the limits of the umbrella policy. This type of policy is crucial for protecting the insured's assets from significant legal claims that could otherwise be financially devastating. Question 25. Earthquake insurance in the event of an earthquake in Alaska. How does the deductible apply in an earthquake insurance policy? A. The deductible is waived if the earthquake is declared a federal disaster. B. The deductible applies as a flat fee regardless of the damage extent. C. The deductible is a percentage of the total damage cost assessed. D. The deductible is a percentage of the insured value of the property. Correct answer: D. The deductible is a percentage of the insured value of the property. Explanation: in earthquake insurance policies, the deductible is typically a percentage of the insured value of the property, not a flat fee or a percentage of the damage cost. This means that the policyholder is responsible for paying a portion of the insured value as the deductible before the insurance coverage kicks in. This type of deductible can significantly impact the out-of-pocket costs for the insured in the event of an earthquake, making it an important factor to consider when purchasing a policy. Question 26. Personal lines insurance claims handling in Alaska. When handling a personal lines insurance claim, what is the primary duty of the claims adjuster regarding the settlement? A. To minimize the payout on behalf of the insurance company. B. To negotiate a settlement amount with the third-party claimant. C. To ensure the settlement reflects the maximum policy limits. D. To determine a fair settlement based on the policy coverage and the loss incurred. Correct answer D. To determine a fair settlement based on the policy coverage and the loss incurred. Explanation: the primary duty of a claims adjuster in the context of personal lines insurance is to determine a fair settlement that accurately reflects the terms of the policy coverage and the actual loss incurred. The adjuster must assess the damage, review the policy, and apply the coverage to calculate the amount the insurance company is obligated to pay. This process should be impartial, aiming to indemnify the policyholder without unfairly minimizing or maximizing the payout. Question 27. Insurance underwriting and pricing in Alaska. What factor is most crucial for an underwriter to consider when determining the premium for a personal auto policy? PAP. A. The color of the vehicle. B. The policyholder's credit score. C. The vehicle's safety features and ratings. D. The frequency of vehicle use. Correct answer C. The vehicle's safety features and ratings. Explanation: when underwriting a personal auto policy in Alaska, the vehicle's safety features and ratings are crucial factors. These can significantly influence the likelihood of accidents and the potential cost of claims. Underwriters assess these features to determine the level of risk and, consequently, the insurance premium. Safety features can lead to discounts on premiums as they reduce the risk of costly claims. Question 28. Personal umbrella policy exclusions. Which of the following is typically excluded from coverage under personal umbrella policy in Alaska? A. Personal injury claims. B. Damage to personal property. C. Correct answer: intentional criminal acts committed by the policyholder. D. Liability arising from the use of a covered auto. Correct answer C. Intentional criminal acts committed by the policyholder. Explanation: personal umbrella policies generally exclude coverage for intentional criminal acts committed by the policyholder. Insurance is designed to cover unforeseen and accidental events, not deliberate actions that result in harm or damage. Therefore, any liabilities arising from intentional criminal behavior are not covered under such policies. Question 29. Homeowners policy conditions in Alaska. Under a standard homeowners policy, what condition must be met for medical payments to others? Coverage F. To apply: A. The injury must occur during a natural disaster. B. The injury must be work-related. C. The homeowner must be legally responsible for the injury. D. Correct answer: the injury must occur on the insured property or as a result of the insured's activities. Correct answer D. The injury must occur on the insured property or as a result of the insured's activities. Explanation: medical payments to others. Coverage F in a homeowner's policy is designed to cover medical expenses for injuries that occur on the insured property or as a result of the insured's activities, regardless of legal liability. This coverage is often used to settle small claims quickly and without litigation. Question 30. Risk management process in the context of personal lines insurance in Alaska. Which step is typically the first in the risk management process? A. Implementing risk control measures. B. Correct answer: identifying potential risks. C. Purchasing insurance coverage. D. Reviewing and updating the risk management plan. Correct answer B. Identifying potential risks. Explanation: the first step in the risk management process is identifying potential risks. This involves recognizing the various risks that an individual or property may be exposed to. It is a critical step because it sets the foundation for the subsequent steps in the process, such as analyzing the risks, selecting appropriate risk management techniques and implementing the chosen strategies. Question 31. Risk management and insurance principles in Alaska. How does the principle of utmost good faith apply to both the insurer and the insured in the underwriting process of a personal lines insurance policy? A. It requires both parties to disclose their financial status. B. It obligates the insurer to guarantee claim payments. C. It mandates the insured to purchase additional coverages. D. It necessitates full disclosure of material facts by both parties. Correct answer. D. It necessitates full disclosure of material facts by both parties. Explanation: the principle of utmost good faith (ubirimi fide) is a fundamental aspect of insurance contracts, requiring both the insurer and the insured to act honestly and disclose all material facts that could influence the decision-making process of the other party. In the context of underwriting a personal lines insurance policy in Alaska, this means the insured must disclose any known risks or previous claims that could affect the insurer's assessment of the risk, and the insurer must be transparent about the policy terms, conditions, and exclusions. This mutual disclosure helps to prevent fraud and ensures that both parties enter into the contract with a clear understanding of the risks involved. Question 32. Inland marine insurance in Alaska. Which of the following best describes the coverage provided by a personal articles floater in an inland marine insurance policy? A. Protection for personal property while at sea. B. Coverage for personal property typically excluded from homeowners insurance. C. Insurance for commercial cargo during inland transit. D. Liability coverage for personal actions causing damage to marine property. Correct answer. B. Coverage for personal property typically excluded from homeowners insurance. Explanation: a personal articles floater is a form of inland marine insurance that provides coverage for personal property that may not be fully covered under standard homeowners insurance policies. This includes items like jewelry, fine art, cameras, and musical instruments. It's designed to provide broader protection for these valuable items, often without a deductible, and includes perils that may be excluded in a standard homeowners policy. Question 33. Personal umbrella policy in the context of Alaska's insurance market. What is the primary purpose of a personal umbrella policy? A. To replace the need for standard auto and homeowners insurance policies. B. To provide additional liability coverage beyond the limits of primary insurance policies. C. To cover professional liability risks for individuals. D. To insure personal property against all risks without exclusions. Correct answer. B. To provide additional liability coverage beyond the limits of primary insurance policies. Explanation: the primary purpose of a personal umbrella policy is to offer an extra layer of liability protection over and above the coverage limits of primary insurance policies, such as auto and homeowners insurance. This type of policy kicks in when the limits of the primary policy are exhausted, providing broader coverage for claims that could potentially be financially devastating. Question 34. Claims handling in Alaska. What is the standard procedure for a claims adjuster when investigating a homeowner's insurance claim? A. Selling the claim based solely on the insured's initial statement. B. Consulting with the underwriting department to determine claim validity. C. Conducting a thorough investigation to assess the extent of damage and coverage applicability. D. Automatically approving all claims below a certain monetary threshold. Correct answer. C. Conducting a thorough investigation to assess the extent of damage and coverage applicability. Explanation: the standard procedure for a claims adjuster when handling a homeowner's insurance claim involves conducting a thorough investigation. This includes assessing the extent of the damage, reviewing the policy to determine coverage applicability, and gathering all necessary documentation and statements. The goal is to ensure a fair and accurate settlement of the claim based on the policy terms and the actual loss incurred. Question 35. Homeowners insurance policy limits in Alaska. How are policy limits typically determined for other structures? Coverage. B. Under homeowners policy. A. The popularity of certain television advertisements. B. The number of insurance agents per capita. C. The brand of cars driven by the majority of residents. D. The regional risk profile, including exposure to natural disasters. Correct answer. D. The regional risk profile, including exposure to natural disasters. Explanation: the regional risk profile, including exposure to natural disasters such as earthquakes and floods, is a key factor that influences the personal lines insurance market in Alaska. This affects the types of coverage offered, the pricing of policies, and the underwriting criteria used by insurers. Question 36. Regulatory compliance in insurance in Alaska. What is the primary purpose of state insurance departments conducting market conduct examinations of insurance companies? A. To ensure compliance with insurance laws and regulations. B. To determine the profitability of insurance companies. C. To assess the financial stability of insurance companies. D. To prepare statistical reports for federal agencies. Correct answer: D. To ensure compliance with insurance laws and regulations. Explanation: the primary purpose of market conduct examinations by state insurance departments is to ensure that insurance companies are complying with state insurance laws and regulations. These examinations review the practices of insurers regarding policy issuance, rating, underwriting, claims handling, and other aspects of their operations to protect consumers' interests. Question 37. Personal property coverage in homeowners insurance in Alaska under standard HO3 homeowners insurance policy. How is a personal property coverage C typically covered? A. On a named perils basis. B. At replacement cost without depreciation. C. For all perils without exclusions. D. Only for theft and vandalism. Correct answer A. On a named perils basis. Explanation: personal property coverage C under an HO3 policy is covered on a named perils basis, meaning the policy lists specific risks that are covered. This contrasts with the dwelling coverage, which is typically on an open perils basis, covering all risks except those explicitly excluded. Question 38. Professional ethics in insurance. What is the impact of violating professional ethics in the insurance industry in Alaska? A. It has no significant impact as long as the clients are not aware. B. It results in automatic renewal of the agent's license. C. It can lead to disciplinary actions, including license suspension or revocation. D. It is encouraged to promote competitive practices. Correct answer: C. It can lead to disciplinary actions, including license suspension or revocation. Explanation: violating professional ethics in the insurance industry can have serious repercussions. In Alaska, unethical behavior by insurance professionals can lead to disciplinary actions by the state insurance department, which may include fines, license suspension, or even revocation, depending on the severity of the violation. Question 39. Liability limits in auto insurance. Why is it important for drivers in Alaska to choose appropriate liability limits in their auto insurance policy? A. To comply with state minimum coverage requirements. B. To ensure eligibility for car loans. C. To protect personal assets from claims exceeding policy limits. D. To avoid paying for any damages out of pocket. Correct answer: C. To protect personal assets from claims exceeding policy limits. Explanation: choosing appropriate liability limits in an auto insurance policy is important to protect personal assets from claims that may exceed the policy limits. If the costs of an accident surpass the coverage limit, the driver could be personally responsible for the difference, which could put their assets at risk. Question 40. Claims investigation in the event of a loss. What is the primary responsibility of an insurance claims investigator in Alaska? A. To determine the cause and extent of the loss. B. To represent the claimant in legal proceedings. C. To negotiate a settlement with the third party. D. To repair the damages caused by the loss. Correct answer A. To determine the cause and extent of the loss. Explanation: the primary responsibility of an insurance claims investigator is to determine the cause and extent of the loss. This involves gathering facts, interviewing witnesses, inspecting the property, and reviewing documentation. The goal is to establish the validity of the claim and ensure that it falls within the coverage of the policy. Question 41. Personal lines insurance ethics. What ethical principle requires an insurance agent in Alaska to prioritize the client's interests above their own? A. The principle of indemnity. B. The principle of proximate cause. C. The principle of utmost good faith. D. The principle of subrogation. Correct answer: C. The principle of utmost good faith. Explanation: the principle of utmost good faith or fiduciary duty requires insurance agents to act in the best interests of their clients, prioritizing the client's needs and interests above their own. This includes providing honest advice, disclosing all relevant information, and avoiding conflicts of interest. Replacement cost coverage. What does replacement cost coverage mean in a homeowner's insurance policy in Alaska? A. The cost to replace the home with a similar property in a different location. B. The cost to rebuild or repair the home to its original condition without depreciation. C. The amount the homeowner initially paid for the home. D. The current market value of the home. Correct answer: B. The cost to rebuild or repair the home to its original condition without depreciation. Explanation: replacement cost coverage in a homeowner's insurance policy means that the insurer will pay the cost to rebuild or repair the home to its original condition without deduction for depreciation up to the policy's limits. This type of coverage helps ensure that the homeowner can restore their property after a loss without being out of pocket for the effects of depreciation. Question 43. Personal auto policy PAP in Alaska. What does medical payments coverage Part B in a PAP typically cover? A. Repairs to the policyholder's vehicle after an at-fault accident. B. Correct answer: medical expenses for the policyholder and passengers regardless of fault. C. Legal defense costs if the policyholder is sued for damages. D. The policyholder's lost wages due to injuries from a car accident. Correct answer: B. Medical expenses for the policyholder and passengers regardless of fault. Explanation: medical payments coverage Part B in a personal auto policy provides coverage for medical expenses incurred by the policyholder and passengers in the insured vehicle regardless of who is at fault for the accident. This coverage is for immediate medical expenses like hospital visits, surgeries, and x-rays. Question 44. Homeowners insurance in Alaska. Which of the following is NOT covered under the dwelling coverage A in a standard homeowners policy? A. Structural damage from a fire. B. Personal property stolen from the home. C. Damage to the home from a windstorm. D. Vandalism to the exterior of the home. Correct answer: B. Personal property stolen from the home. Explanation: dwelling coverage A in a homeowner's policy covers the structure of the home itself. Personal property stolen from the home is covered under personal property coverage C, not under the dwelling coverage. Question 45. Insurance principles. What principle of insurance is demonstrated when an insurer seeks reimbursement from the party responsible for a loss after compensating the insured? A. Principle of contribution. B. Principle of subrogation. C. Principle of indemnity. D. Principle of insurable interest. Correct answer: B. Principle of subrogation. Explanation. The principle of subrogation allows an insurer to step into the shoes of the insured after paying a loss to recover the amount paid from the party responsible for causing the loss. This principle prevents the responsible party from escaping liability and ensures that the insured does not receive a double recovery. Question 46. Personal umbrella policy. Which type of claim is most likely to be covered by a personal umbrella policy in Alaska? A. A claim for professional malpractice. B. A claim for libel or slander exceeding underlying policy limits. C. A claim related to business activities conducted at home. D. A claim for intentional damage caused by the insured. Correct answer: B. A claim for libel or slander exceeding underlying policy limits. Explanation: a personal umbrella policy provides additional liability coverage for claims that exceed the limits of underlying policies, such as homeowners or auto insurance. It also covers certain personal injury claims, such as libel or slander, that may not be included in standard policies. Question 47. Regulatory compliance. What is the primary role of the Alaska Division of Insurance regarding consumer protection? A. To provide insurance coverage to consumers. B. To manage the state's insurance fund. C. To oversee the insurance industry and enforce regulations. D. To act as an intermediary between consumers and insurance companies. Correct answer: C. To oversee the insurance industry and enforce regulations. Explanation: the Alaska Division of Insurance's primary role in consumer protection is to oversee the insurance industry within the state and enforce regulations. This includes ensuring that insurance companies and professionals comply with state laws protecting consumers from unfair or illegal practices. Question 48. Flood insurance coverage in Alaska under the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP). Which area of a home is typically not covered for flood damage? A. The basement. B. The main living area. C. The detached garage. D. The landscaping around the home. Correct answer: D. The landscaping around the home. Explanation: the NFIP generally does not cover landscaping around the home, such as trees, plants, wells, septic systems, walkways, decks, patios, fences, seawalls, hot tubs, and pools. Coverage is focused on the dwelling itself and its foundation, electrical and plumbing systems, central air and heating equipment, water heaters, and permanently installed carpeting over unfinished flooring. Question 49. Personal liability insurance in Alaska. What is typically covered under personal liability coverage? E. In a homeowner's policy, A. Damage to the insured's own property. B. Bodily injury or property damage the insured is legally responsible for causing to others. C. Intentional acts committed by the insured. D. Professional services provided by the insured. Correct answer: B. Bodily injury or property damage the insured is legally responsible for causing to others. Explanation: personal liability coverage E provides coverage for bodily injury or property damage that the insured is legally responsible for causing to others. This does not include damage to the insured's own property, intentional acts, or liabilities related to professional services, which are typically excluded from standard homeowners policies. Question 50. Underwriting process. During the underwriting process for a homeowner's policy in Alaska, what information is crucial for determining the premium? A. The color and model of the insured's car. B. The insured's educational background. C. The home's location, construction type, and claim history. D. The number of pets the insured has. Correct answer. See the home's location, construction type, and claim history. Explanation: the premium for a homeowner's policy is influenced by factors such as the home's location, which can affect the risk of natural disasters, or the construction type, which impacts the home's vulnerability to damage, and the claim history, which indicates the likelihood of future claims. These factors help underwriters assess the level of risk and determine the appropriate premium. Question 51. Insurance policy renewal in Alaska. What is a common reason for an insurance company to non-renew a homeowner's insurance policy? A. The insured has made significant safety improvements to the property. B. The insured has switched to paperless billing. C. The property has had multiple claims in a short period. D. The insured has installed a new roof. Correct answer. See, the property has had multiple claims in a short period. Explanation: insurance companies may choose not to renew a homeowner's insurance policy if the property has had multiple claims in a short period. This can indicate a higher risk of future claims. Insurers assess the risk level when deciding on policy renewals, and a history of frequent claims can lead to a decision not to renew. Question 52. Auto insurance coverage. Which coverage in an auto insurance policy in Alaska specifically covers damage to the insured vehicle from a collision with another vehicle or object? A. Liability coverage. B. Medical payments coverage. C. Collision coverage. D. Uninsured motorist coverage. Correct answer. See collision coverage. Explanation: collision coverage is designed to pay for damage to the insured vehicle resulting from a collision with another vehicle or object, regardless of who is at fault. It's an optional coverage that policyholders can add to their auto insurance policy for greater protection. Question 53. Risk assessment in the insurance industry in Alaska. What term is used to describe the process of evaluating the potential risks associated with insuring a person or property? A. Risk aggregation. B. Underwriting. C. Risk diversification. D. Risk mitigation. Correct answer. B. Underwriting explanation. Correct answer. B. Underwriting explanation. Underwriting is the process used in the insurance industry to evaluate the potential risks of insuring a person or property. Underwriters assess various factors to determine the likelihood of a claim being made and to decide whether to provide insurance coverage and at what premium. Question 54. Dwelling policy DP in Alaska. What is the primary purpose of a coverage? E. Additional living expense in a dwelling policy DPA to cover the cost of temporary relocation due to a covered peril. B. To insure the dwelling against all forms of natural disasters. C. To provide liability coverage for injuries occurring on the property. D. To compensate for the loss of personal property within the dwelling. Correct answer. To cover the cost of temporary relocation due to a covered peril. Explanation: coverage E. Additional living expense in a dwelling policy helps cover the increased living expenses incurred when the insured's home is uninhabitable due to damage from a covered peril. This can include costs for temporary housing, meals, and other necessary living expenses while the home is being repaired or rebuilt. Question 55. Personal umbrella policy in Alaska. A personal umbrella policy typically provides coverage in which of these situations? A. When the insured's business is sued for a defective product. B. When the insured's primary policies have been exhausted due to a covered claim. C. When the insured requires health insurance benefits. D. When the insured's vehicle is damaged in a collision. Correct answer. B. When the insured's primary policies have been exhausted due to a covered claim. Explanation: a personal umbrella policy provides additional liability coverage that goes into effect when the limits of the insured's primary policies like homeowners or auto insurance have been exhausted. It does not cover business-related lawsuits, health insurance benefits, or vehicle damage, which are covered under different types of insurance policies. Question 56. Homeowners policy endorsements. Which endorsement might a homeowner in Alaska add to their policy to cover personal property at replacement cost rather than actual cash value? A. Inflation guard endorsement. B. Earthquake endorsement. C. Personal property replacement cost endorsement. D. Schedule personal property endorsement. Correct answer. See personal property replacement cost endorsement explanation. The personal property replacement cost endorsement allows homeowners to insure their personal property at replacement cost rather than actual cash value, which takes depreciation into account. This endorsement ensures that the homeowner can replace lost or damaged items with new ones without considering depreciation. Question 57. Personal umbrella policy and excess liability. How does a personal umbrella policy in Alaska differ from excess liability coverage? A. An umbrella policy only covers personal injury, while excess liability covers property damage. B. An umbrella policy provides broader coverage and may cover claims not included in the underlying policy. C. Excess liability policies are automatically included with every homeowner's policy. D. An umbrella policy is less expensive than purchasing excess liability coverage. Correct answer. B. An umbrella policy provides broader coverage and may cover claims not included in the underlying policy. Explanation: the personal property replacement cost endorsement allows homeowners to insure their personal property at replacement cost rather than actual cash value, which takes depreciation into account. This endorsement ensures that the homeowner can replace lost or damaged items with new ones without considering depreciation. Question 58. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage in Alaska. What is the purpose of uninsured underinsured motorist coverage in an auto insurance policy? A. To cover the cost of repairs to the policyholder's vehicle regardless of fault. B. To protect the policyholder from drivers who lack sufficient insurance coverage. C. To provide the policyholder with coverage for rental car expenses. D. To insure the policyholder's vehicle against all types of physical damage. Correct answer. B. To protect the policyholder from drivers who lack sufficient insurance coverage. Explanation: uninsured underinsured motorist coverage is designed to protect the policyholder in the event they are involved in an accident with a driver who either has no insurance or insufficient insurance to cover the damages. This coverage can pay for the policyholder's medical expenses, lost wages, and other damages when the at-fault driver cannot. Question 59. Homeowners insurance deductibles. How does a deductible affect a homeowner's insurance policy in Alaska? A. It is a government-imposed fee on insurance policies. B. It increases the premium of the policy. C. It represents the amount the homeowner pays out of pocket before insurance coverage begins. D. It is refunded to the homeowner at the end of the policy term. Correct answer. C. It represents the amount the homeowner pays out of pocket before insurance coverage begins. Explanation: a deductible is the amount of money that the homeowner agrees to pay out of pocket before the insurance coverage kicks in after a loss. Choosing a higher deductible can lower the insurance premium, but it means the homeowner will pay more upfront if a claim is filed. Question 60. Personal lines insurance policy cancellation. Under what circumstance can an insurance company cancel a personal lines insurance policy in Alaska? A. Non-payment of premium by the policyholder. B. The policyholder has reached the age of retirement. C. The insured property has increased in value. D. The policyholder has installed a security system in their home. Correct answer. A non-payment of premium by the policyholder. Explanation. An insurance company can cancel a personal lines insurance policy for non-payment of premium. This is a standard condition in insurance contracts that allows insurers to terminate the policy if the policyholder fails to pay the premium within the specified grace period. Question 61. Personal lines insurance policy adjustments in Alaska. When might a policyholder need to consider an endorsement to their personal lines insurance policy? A. When they are satisfied with the current coverage. B. When they purchase new high-value items. C. When they decide to reduce their premium payments. D. When they sell an insured item. Correct answer. B. When they purchase new high-value items. Explanation. Policyholders may need to consider an endorsement, which is a change to the insurance policy when they purchase new high-value items that exceed the standard coverage limits. Endorsements can provide additional protection for specific items such as jewelry, art, or electronics, ensuring that these items are fully covered in case of a loss. Question 62. Risk management strategies. What is a common risk management strategy used in personal lines insurance in Alaska to mitigate the risk of loss from earthquakes? A. Purchasing additional life insurance. B. Investing in government bonds. C. Retrofitting homes to withstand seismic activity. D. Relocating to an area with low seismic activity. Correct answer. C. Retrofitting homes to withstand seismic activity. Explanation. Retrofitting homes to withstand seismic activity is a proactive risk management strategy that can mitigate the risk of loss from earthquakes. This may include structural modifications such as reinforcing foundations, securing heavy furniture and appliances, and installing seismic shut-off valves for gas lines. These measures can help reduce damage and potential claims. Question 63. Insurance premium determination. Which factor is least likely to influence the determination of insurance premiums for personal lines insurance in Alaska? A. The insured's age and driving record. B. The location and construction type of the insured property. C. The insured's favorite color. D. The insured's claims history and credit score. Correct answer. C. The insured's favorite color. Explanation. The insured's favorite color is least likely to influence the determination of insurance premiums. Premiums are typically based on factors that affect the risk of a claim being filed, such as the insured's age, driving record, location and construction type of the property, claims history, and credit score. Personal preferences like color do not have a direct impact on risk assessment. Question 64. Coverage for damage to your auto Part D in an Alaska personal auto policy. What does coverage for damage to your auto Part D typically exclude? A. Damage caused by a collision with another vehicle. B. Damage resulting from theft or vandalism. C. Normal wear and tear of the vehicle. D. Damage due to weather events like hailstorms. Correct answer. See normal wear and tear of the vehicle. Explanation. Coverage for damage to your auto Part D, also known as collision and comprehensive coverage, typically excludes normal wear and tear of the vehicle. This coverage is designed to protect against sudden and accidental damage, not the gradual deterioration that occurs through regular use of the vehicle. Question 65. Homeowners policy conditions. What condition must be met for the loss of use coverage D in a homeowners policy to apply in Alaska? A. The home must be listed for sale. B. The homeowner must be delinquent on mortgage payments. C. The home must be uninhabitable due to a covered loss. D. The homeowner must be on vacation. Correct answer. C. The home must be uninhabitable due to a covered loss. Explanation. The loss of use coverage D in a homeowner's policy applies when the home is uninhabitable due to a covered loss, such as fire or storm damage. It helps cover additional living expenses incurred if the homeowner needs to live elsewhere while repairs are made. Question 66. Personal umbrella policies in Alaska. What is a key benefit of having a personal umbrella policy in addition to standard liability coverages? A. It covers all medical expenses without a deductible. B. It provides life insurance coverage. C. It offers additional liability protection beyond the limits of primary policies. D. It decreases the premiums of underlying policies. Correct answer. C. It offers additional liability protection beyond the limits of primary policies. Explanation. A personal umbrella policy provides an extra layer of liability protection beyond the limits of primary policies like homeowners and auto insurance. This can be crucial in protecting personal assets from being at risk in the event of a major claim or lawsuit. Question 67. Inland marine insurance in Alaska. What does an inland marine insurance policy typically cover? A. Commercial shipping vessels operating in international waters. B. Personal property that is movable or involved in transportation. C. Fixed property such as homes and buildings. D. Injuries sustained by workers on marine docks. Correct answer. B. Personal property that is movable or involved in transportation. Explanation. Inland marine insurance is designed to cover property that is movable or involved in transportation, as well as unique or high-value items that require special protection beyond standard property insurance. This can include items like construction equipment, transportation cargo, fine art, and mobile devices. Question 68. Personal lines insurance regulations. What is the primary purpose of the state insurance department's regulations on personal lines insurance in Alaska? A. To ensure the profitability of insurance companies. B. To standardize insurance policies across all states. C. To protect consumers and ensure fair insurance practices. D. To manage the competition among insurance providers. Correct answer. C. To protect consumers and ensure fair insurance practices. Explanation. The primary purpose of state insurance department regulations on personal lines insurance is to protect consumers by ensuring that insurance practices are fair, reasonable, and compliant with state laws. These regulations help maintain the integrity of the insurance market and safeguard consumer interests. Question 69. Personal property coverage in a standard homeowner's policy in Alaska. How is a personal property typically covered in the event of a loss? A. At the market value at the time of loss. B. At actual cash value or replacement cost, depending on the policy. C. Based on the original purchase price. D. At a predetermined amount regardless of the item's value. Correct answer. Be it actual cash value or replacement cost, depending on the policy. Explanation. Personal property coverage in a homeowner's policy typically compensates for the loss at actual cash value, which includes depreciation, or at replacement cost without depreciation if the policyholder has opted for that coverage. The method of valuation depends on the terms of the policy and any endorsements that may apply. Question 70. Underwriting factors for homeowners insurance in Alaska. Which of these factors is typically considered by insurers when underwriting a homeowner's insurance policy? A. The policyholder's favorite sports team. B. The distance of the home from the nearest fire station. C. The number of pets owned by the policyholder. D. The age and condition of the home's roof. Correct answer. D. The age and condition of the home's roof. Explanation. The age and condition of the home's roof are important factors in underwriting a homeowner's insurance policy because they can significantly affect the home's vulnerability to weather-related damage. A newer, well-maintained roof may lead to lower insurance premiums due to the decreased risk of leaks or other roof-related issues. Question 71. Liability coverage. What does liability coverage in a personal auto policy primarily protect against in Alaska? A. Damage to the insured's vehicle. B. Financial loss due to legal liability for bodily injury or property damage. C. Mechanical breakdowns of the vehicle. D. Personal injuries to the driver. Correct answer. B. Financial loss due to legal liability for bodily injury or property damage. Explanation. Liability coverage in a personal auto policy provides protection against financial loss that the policyholder may incur due to legal liability for causing bodily injury or property damage to others in an auto accident. This coverage is a key component of auto insurance as it helps cover the costs associated with legal claims and potential lawsuits. Question 72. Risk management in personal lines insurance. In the context of personal lines insurance in Alaska, what is a common risk management technique for reducing the likelihood of theft? A. Increasing the policy deductible. B. Installing security systems in the home. C. Purchasing additional health insurance. D. Relocating to a different state. Correct answer. B. Installing security systems in the home. Explanation. A common risk management technique to reduce the likelihood of theft is to install security systems in the home, such as alarms, motion detectors, and surveillance cameras. These measures can deter theft and may also qualify the homeowner for discounts on their insurance premiums. Question 73. Auto insurance claims process. What is the typical first step in the auto insurance claims process in Alaska after an accident? A. Obtaining a police report. B. Notifying the insurance company of the accident. C. Repairing the vehicle. D. Determining who is at fault. Correct answer. B. Notifying the insurance company of the accident. Explanation. The typical first step in the auto insurance claims process after an accident is to notify the insurance company. Prompt notification is crucial as it allows the insurer to begin the claims process, which includes investigating the accident, assessing damage, and determining coverage. Question 74. Coverage limits in Alaska. How are coverage limits typically determined for personal property under homeowners policy? A is a fixed percentage of the dwelling coverage limit. B, based on the total square footage of the home. C, according to the appraised value of each item. D, by the policyholder's credit score. Correct answer is a fixed percentage of the dwelling coverage limit. Explanation. Personal property coverage limits under a homeowner's policy are typically set as a fixed percentage of the dwelling coverage limit. This percentage provides a maximum amount that the insurer will pay for covered personal property losses and can vary depending on the policy terms. Question 75. Auto insurance premium factors. Which factor is least likely to affect the premium of an auto insurance policy in Alaska? A. The insured's driving history. B. The make and model of the insured's vehicle. C. The insured's educational attainment. D. The insured's age and gender. Correct answer. C. The insured's educational attainment. Explanation: the insured's educational attainment is least likely to affect the premium of an auto insurance policy. Premiums are typically influenced by factors that directly relate to the risk of a claim, such as the insured's driving history, the vehicle's make and model, and the insured's age and gender. Question 76. Personal umbrella policy coverage. What additional coverage does a personal umbrella policy provide in Alaska that is not typically included in standard homeowners and auto policies? A. Coverage for personal property losses. B. Coverage for business-related liabilities. C. Coverage for certain types of slander and libel claims. D. Coverage for all medical expenses. Correct answer. C. Coverage for certain types of slander and libel claims. Explanation: a personal umbrella policy often provides additional liability coverage for claims that are not typically included in standard homeowners and auto policies, such as certain types of slander and libel claims. This coverage can protect the insured against large legal claims that exceed the limits of their primary policies. Question 77. Homeowners insurance exclusions. Which of the following events is typically excluded from standard homeowners insurance policies in Alaska? A. Fire damage to the dwelling. B. Theft of personal property. C. Earthquake damage. D. Vandalism to the exterior of the home. Correct answer. C. Earthquake damage. Explanation: standard homeowners insurance policies usually exclude damage caused by earthquakes. Homeowners in Alaska who want coverage for this type of event typically need to purchase a separate earthquake insurance policy or an endorsement to their existing policy. Question 78. Auto insurance deductibles. How does the choice of deductible affect an auto insurance policy in Alaska? A. A higher deductible results in a higher premium. B. A higher deductible generally leads to a lower premium. C. The deductible is unrelated to the premium. D. A lower deductible limits the coverage options available. Correct answer. B. A higher deductible generally leads to a lower premium. Explanation: choosing a higher deductible on an auto insurance policy generally leads to a lower premium because the policyholder is assuming a greater share of the financial risk in the event of a claim. This can make the policy more affordable, but it also means the policyholder will pay more out of pocket if they file a covered claim. Question 79. Personal lines insurance claims in Alaska. What is the first step a policyholder should take when filing a claim for personal lines insurance? A. Contact a lawyer to discuss the claim. B. Wait for an adjuster to visit the property. C. Notify their insurance company as soon as possible. D. Repair the damages immediately to prevent further loss. Correct answer. C. Notify their insurance company as soon as possible. Explanation: the first step a policyholder should take when filing a claim is to notify their insurance company as soon as possible. Prompt notification is important to start the claims process and to ensure that the insurer can provide any necessary guidance on protecting the property from further damage and on the documentation needed for the claim. Question 80. Loss settlement and homeowners insurance in Alaska. How is loss settlement typically handled under standard HO3 homeowners policy for a partial loss? A. Settlement is based on the actual cash value until repairs are completed. B. Settlement is based on replacement cost without deduction for depreciation. C. Settlement is made in a lump sum based on the policy limit. D. Settlement is deferred until the property is sold. Correct answer. B. Settlement is based on replacement cost without deduction for depreciation. Explanation. Under standard HO3 homeowners policy, a partial loss is typically settled on a replacement cost basis, which means the insurance company will pay the cost of repairing or replacing the damaged property without deduction for depreciation up to the policy limit. This allows the homeowner to return the property to its pre-loss condition. Question 81. Auto insurance policy cancellation. What is a valid reason for an auto insurance policy cancellation by the insurer in Alaska? A. The insured has received a speeding ticket. B. The insured has moved to a new state. C. The insured has failed to pay the premium. D. The insured has upgraded their vehicle. Correct answer. C. The insured has failed to pay the premium. Explanation. A valid reason for an auto insurance policy cancellation by the insurer is non-payment of the premium. If the insured fails to pay the premium by the due date or within the grace period, the insurer has the right to cancel the policy. Question 82. Personal umbrella policy exclusions. Which of the following is typically not covered under a personal umbrella policy in Alaska? A. Liability claims that exceed the limits of the underlying homeowner's policy. B. Business-related liability claims. C. Liability claims that exceed the limits of the underlying auto policy. D. Personal injury claims such as slander or defamation. Correct answer. B. Business-related liability claims. Explanation. Personal umbrella policies generally do not cover business-related liability claims, as these are usually covered under commercial or professional liability policies. Personal umbrella policies are designed to provide additional personal liability coverage beyond the limits of the underlying homeowners and auto policies. Question 83. Personal lines insurance policy modifications in Alaska. When might a policyholder request an endorsement to their personal lines insurance policy? A. When they want to cancel their policy. B. When they have sold an insured item. C. When they need to adjust coverage due to life changes. D. When the insurer requires an increase in premiums. Correct answer. C. When they need to adjust coverage due to life changes. Explanation. Policyholders may request an endorsement, which is a modification to their insurance policy when they need to adjust their coverage due to significant life changes. This could include events like marriage, the birth of a child, a significant purchase, or acquiring a new asset that needs to be covered. Question 84. Risk management techniques. What risk management technique is commonly recommended to homeowners in Alaska to prevent loss from frozen pipes? A. Decreasing the home's insulation. B. Keeping the home heated to a minimum temperature. C. Draining all water pipes annually. D. Installing additional water pipes as backup. Correct answer. B. Keeping the home heated to a minimum temperature. Explanation. To prevent loss from frozen pipes, homeowners in Alaska are commonly recommended to keep their homes heated to a minimum temperature, especially during the cold winter months. This helps to prevent water inside the pipes from freezing and causing the pipes to burst, leading to potential water damage. Question 85. Insurance premium payment plans. What option might an insurer offer to a policyholder in Alaska to make premium payments more manageable? A. A discount for full payment upfront. B. Monthly installment payment plans. C. A loan to cover the cost of premiums. D. Waiving premiums for the first year of coverage. Correct answer. B. Monthly installment payment plans. Explanation. Insurers often offer monthly installment payment plans to make premium payments more manageable for policyholders. This allows the policyholder to spread the cost of the premium over the policy term, making it easier to budget for the expense. Question 86. Coverage for high-risk areas in Alaska. How do insurance companies typically handle coverage for properties located in high-risk areas, such as flood zones? A. By offering standard policies without any changes. B. By requiring additional coverage or endorsements. C. By providing discounts on premiums. D. By automatically including all natural disaster coverage. Correct answer. B. By requiring additional coverage or endorsements. Explanation. Insurance companies often require properties in high-risk areas like flood zones to have additional coverage or endorsements to their standard policies. This may include purchasing flood insurance through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, or adding specific endorsements for adequate protection against the high risk of natural disasters in these areas. Question 87. Personal auto policy PAP endorsements. What is an example of an endorsement that a policyholder in Alaska might add to their personal auto policy PAP for enhanced coverage? A. A deductible waiver for windshield repair. B. Rental car coverage while the insured vehicle is being repaired. C. Coverage for driving in foreign countries. D. Liability coverage for business use of the vehicle. Correct answer. B. Rental car coverage while the insured vehicle is being repaired. Explanation. A common endorsement to personal auto policy is rental car coverage, which provides reimbursement for rental car expenses while the insured vehicle is being repaired due to a covered loss. This endorsement adds convenience and financial protection for the policyholder during the repair period. Question 88. Homeowners insurance policy review. How often should a homeowner in Alaska review and potentially update their homeowner's insurance policy? A. Only when the insurance company initiates a review. B. Annually or after significant life events or purchases. C. Every 5 years, regardless of changes in circumstances. D. When the policy is about to expire. Correct answer. B. Annually or after significant life events or purchases. Explanation. Homeowners should review their insurance policy annually or after significant life events, such as a marriage, birth of a child, or major purchases like jewelry or electronics. These reviews ensure that coverage remains adequate and reflects any changes in the value of the home or personal property. Question 89. Insurable interest in property insurance in the context of property insurance in Alaska. How is insurable interest determined? A. By the proximity of the property to the policyholder's residence. B. By the policyholder's legal relationship to the property. C. By the policyholder's potential financial loss from damage to the property. D. By the market value of the property at the time of insuring. Correct answer. C. By the policyholder's potential financial loss from damage to the property. Explanation. Homeowners should review their insurance policy annually or after significant life events, such as a marriage, birth of a child, or major purchases like jewelry or electronics. These reviews ensure that coverage remains adequate and reflects any changes in the value of the home or personal property. Question 90. Insurable interest in property insurance in the context of property insurance in Alaska. How is insurable interest determined? A. By the proximity of the property to the policyholder's residence. B. By the policyholder's legal relationship to the property. C. By the policyholder's potential financial loss from damage to the property. D. By the market value of the property at the time of insuring. Correct answer. C. By the policyholder's potential financial loss from damage to the property. Explanation. Insurable interest in property insurance is determined by the policyholder's potential financial loss if the insured property were damaged or destroyed. It is a fundamental requirement for a valid insurance contract, ensuring that the policyholder has a legitimate stake in the safety and preservation of the property.